absent. So it's the starting of people who registered for the Montessori material making class, and it's Solushola in that place. The woman that comes from Igbesa, you know her. Okay. So some people are not left unattended to, because around from next week of this class. But the topic is the transformative power of Montessori materials. The transformative power of Montessori materials. %75% or 80% of this class will be practicals. How to make Montessori materials, how to produce Montessori materials, and how to market them. Yes, now that's why I explained that some of you are not supposed to be part of the class. It's Mr. Lighton that's supposed to be taking you people. But his wife school, today is their graduation. So he has to be there. So I have to join everybody together. The transformative power of Montessori materials. Crafting purposeful tools for developing learners. Crafting, but they are not Montessori materials. Montessori materials are clearly stated. They are clearly detailed. There is a way they look. There are things you use to make them. Now, example, I use the practical life. Can you people move back a bit? Can you move back? I don't want you to be close to that, to the material. Mr. Bido, move your bag back. Don't be close to that my Montessori, my practical life shelf. No problem, just move back a bit. You can sit down there. Now, Montessori, Dr. Maria Montessori said that you should not, indirectly, what he's saying is, don't fake it for the child. Don't fake it. That's why she said, use the real thing. Use the real thing. If you look at that practical life shelf, 90% of the things that are there are breakable. They are the real things. It's breakable plates. It's just a few that are unbreakable. The Montessori method does not go against unbreakable. As long as it looks like the real thing, they're unbreakable. But anybody that sees them knows that these are bows. That's one. When you look at other materials like the sensorial materials, the cultural materials, language materials, math materials, is wood. Wood. You will see. Those are real things. Montessori materials are not toys. They are not things a child will throw. Somebody is blocking somebody. Adebayo, come here. Okay. Come here. No, Abido, you sit down. Adebayo, come here. You move here. Move here a bit. Move here a bit. Just move. No. Stay the way you are. Just move your chair here a bit. Sit. You are okay. Everybody is okay right now. Now, Montessori materials are made with woods. The reason they are made with those materials is because Dr. Maria Montessori said that we should use the real things to prepare the child for the adult life. Because when the child becomes an adult, it's the real thing that the child will use. How many of us here in our homes don't have breakable plates, real spoons, knives, real forks? Is it unbreakable you have in your house? Everything is unbreakable. So Dr. Maria Montessori said, when we repeatedly make children use the real things, They will grow to become adults that will, number one, be careful, number two, value those things, and then take care of them. Do you know one of the first things that makes me know if a school is indeed a Montessori school or not? When I enter a school environment, I don't care whether you print Montessori on your wall like this with color Montessori. That does not tell me your school is a real Montessori school. The behavior of the children when I come in. The behavior of the children when I come in. I was asking a question. Let me go ahead with that. Mrs. Abido, you have used Montessori materials to teach children. What did you see? What did you notice?
So I used a painter for sensorial. I noticed the children were ready to learn.
Speak up.
They were ready to learn.
Okay.
And also it taught them to be focused.
Okay.
While doing their task, each of them, they were focused. Then another material I used was the LMA box. LMA, yes, the large movable alphabet box. It made my work easier for them to blend 3-letter words. They were able to do it with ease. They were able to identify the beginning sound, middle sound, and the ending sound. It was easy for me than just cramming.
Okay.
Yeah, that was what.
Mrs. Salala, what did you notice with the Montessori materials?
I've worked with lots of Montessori material with children, and the general observation was that the children are always interested to be in the class. You see them, when you say a sensorial class, they're so happy. They know we are using math, everybody will start packing their chairs and really want to learn. Then when it comes to the learning aspect, a lot of them learn on their own. It's their most of those material helps their observation skill, because the teacher will do a lot of practice. When anybody talks, they correct themselves. You don't talk. You don't say no. You don't say this. You just, at the end of the day, will be the one to say error. It's an error. So, they correct themselves, and it helps them to be more independent.
Okay. Biodu, what did you notice when you used Montessori materials?
Yeah,
Were there changes in the children?
Yes, it builds their curiosity to want to know more.
Okay.
And also gives room for independence.
Okay.
So they are independent, you can do some certain things on their own. So even while you are trying to introduce a particular topic, before you say one or two things, they're already giving you some points based on the previous knowledge of what they have used, maybe the material they have used before, and what they have learned.
Okay. Now, I said they are Montessori inspired materials, meaning the people who produce those materials, they were actually looking at the Montessori material. Now look at this rainbow stacker. Did you see it? This thing that have different colors that looks like a moon. Rainbow, we call it rainbow stacker. It's not a Montessori material. Although a lot of Montessori schools have it. I have it here because of the beauty. Aesthetically, it's beautiful. The color, the arrangement is a Montessori inspired material. It's not a Montessori material. The people that made it were looking at what other things, when you are like, what other things can I use to engage children? This one too, children will like it. That's Montessori inspired materials. But when we talk about Montessori materials, the pink tile, the brown stairs, the knob cylinder, the red rod, the knobless cylinder, the color box, that's sensorial. The color boxes, that's sensorial. The barrique tablets, those are Montessori materials. So the first thing is you have to have the ability to identify real Montessori materials and be able to differentiate. When somebody, Adebayo, stand up. When somebody is trying to push you to, you have to be able to tell that person this is not a Montessori material. This is Montessori inspired. This is not a Montessori material. So we are talking about the transformative power of Montessori materials. That's the title, and the subheading is crafting purposeful tools. Crafting purposeful tools for development and learning. Biodun, you need jotter.
Yes.
See this? You see this person? She was among my first set of students when I started Treasures. First set. Now, if you are taking this class, I'm talking about those that paid for the class, you now want to move from being not only being a Montessori practitioner, you want to be a trainer and a manufacturer. Now, all these roles I mentioned are the roles I now occupy today. I was first a classroom teacher. I'm a trainer and a practitioner. I'm a manufacturer. Why did I mention this? The way you look at materials when you are a trainer and a manufacturer is different from the way a teacher looks at it. Totally different. We don't look at it from the same perspective. Now, when I am looking at it from the perspective of a trainer and a manufacturer, I'm looking at the weight. Is children they are going to use it for? Is this weight not going to be too cumbersome for the child to lift? Remember, their hands are not as strong as our own. The teacher can carry it. And every Montessori material, children must be able to carry them. That's what the Montessori method said. Children must be able to go to where they are and lift them. Enelko, stand up. Children must be able to go to where they are and lift them by themselves. So if they are too cumbersome, they are too heavy, it will become a danger to the child. Because if it falls, because they can fall, if it falls, it might injure the child. So you see now, I'm looking at it from the perspective of a trainer and a manufacturer. This, you, the Montessori teacher, you don't have a business with that. Except you are a very careful person. Once the school provides the materials for you, you want to use them as much as possible. Another thing you want to look at as a trainer and a manufacturer is safety. Is this safe? Is this safe for the child? Now, these things are made with wood. This is not finished though. I brought this here for the purpose of this training. Please, can you give me 1 minute? I want to get more. Just give me a minute. I'm coming. Can you go outside to that go and get me one of the plastic tables there. Don't worry with this one. Just go and get me one of the plastic tables. I want to have it here and put it on top. Now these are unfinished works. These are unfinished Montessori materials. These are unfinished works. This is this is number rod. This is mini number rod, the table type. This is mini number road. These are unfinished works. Now, I said table. Now, if I give this to you now and say take, I give you, you will appreciate it. You will take it. Because as small as it is, it's between 27 and 30,000 by the time we finish and do everything. Yes, as small as it is. Because it's plywood we use. Plywood is very expensive. That is one. I'm going to teach the business aspect of Montessori education with this course. But that one is not today. Now, if I give you this, what I say? Don't let me hear you talk. Oh.
Some of us will still join.
You are who?
I will join.
Wachuku, tell your people not to try me. I did not tell you. I announced it. I did not tell you to do. I don't need to tell you.
You didn't force anybody.
I didn't force anybody. It's personal.
Maybe your classmate.
She didn't tell her.
It's you that is not aware. I announced it online.
That's why I was
That one side.
I think it's our group.
Maybe it's all the village.
It's not your group. I didn't even notify your group. I just advertised it generally. I didn't notify any group. It's people who saw it amongst you that discussed. It's that group that is graduating last week. They were the one that came as a group that they want to come back for it. But what they were talking in my ears is not the enter. So I told them they should not come here. Now this is the LMA box. You see that the letters are still there.
The smaller one.
The SME. The letters are there. You can see the movable alphabet. You can see from this, they are there. Now, look at these letters. Look at the edges. Can you give this to a child?
No.
You know that wood can enter people's hand. So this thing we have cut. They are still going to go through very rigorous sandpaper work. We will sandpaper it in such a way that if a child puts his or her hand round, nothing, it will be very, very smooth. This you can sit down. You can sit down. This number rods. This number rods. We are going to still color it. Okay, my number rod is there. All of you know number rod now.
Yes, ma'am.
That it comes in two colors.
Yes.
You will see it. Don't worry. This is another type of mini number rod. This is bigger than this one. This is also a mini number rod. There is the normal length. The normal, that is as long as this red rod. That's the normal length. But this one's for table works. Let's say the teacher doesn't want to, or there's no space in the school to use as a Montessori room. The teacher can teach children with this on her table. Just bring them around, or they sit on their chair, they are observing her. They can bring those moon tables together, and she stays somewhere and teach them. That's why we make it in different sizes. These are all Montessori materials. Everything here are Montessori materials. They are not Montessori inspired. Now, do you see that they are all made with wood? Wood. You are seeing serious wood work here, serious sandpaper. Now, so as a trainer and a manufacturer, go and sit down. We are going to continue now. As a trainer and a manufacturer, what I consider next is safety. How safe is the material for the child to touch them? How safe are the materials for the child to touch them, or to make use of them? The third thing I look at is how aesthetically beautiful are they? How aesthetically beautiful are these materials? How aesthetically beautiful? They must be appealing. Do you know this thing? Is there anyone here who knows this thing? Right, because we have used it for you. You are now telling us that you know book. They are called fraction skittles. fraction
That was
skittles.
last year, man.
This is yes. This is a whole. This is a whole. This is half divided into 2. We divide like that until it gets to 4 or 5 or so, 1/4 and like that. Now, if you have not seen this thing before, you are seeing it for the first time. But Romy, if you see it, what will you call it? Pyramid. Mortar. See, you see the different names. You will be giving it all manner of names. Now, Montessori materials they must be appealing. Some of them, you can't even paint them. They have to come in their natural color, like these fashion skittles. When the work is done, the only thing we put on it is just lacquer, natural wood polish. We can't color it. Like this cigar board, the tin board, we can't color it. It has to come in its natural form. So let's go on. Introduction to why the materials matter. Why do we even need to use these materials in the first place? Why does it matter? Can't we do Montessori like EYFS and not have specific materials? Now, education is a natural process. This is a quote from Dr. Maria Montessori. Education is a natural process carried out by the child and is not acquired by listening to words, but by experiences in the environment. Let me go again. Education is a natural process carried out by the child and is not acquired by listening to words and just telling them stories like they do in traditional schools, but by experiences in the environment. Now, notice one thing about that topic. She said education is a natural process carried out by the child. What does that mean to you? If we say,
becomes independent, do the work independently.
Learn on their own.
where is your place as a teacher?
Observing what the child is doing.
What I want to bring out of it is that your role is not very important. Meaning the child can learn without you. Once the materials are there, the materials are self-explanatory and auto-corrective. That's why we say it has control of error. If you are using it the wrong way, the materials itself will indicate to you that something is not right. For example, if the child decides to put these two together to stand like this, even the child will know that something is wrong. That's why we say Montessori materials have what we call control of error. That means they are self-corrected. They can correct you by themselves with their use. Now, Montessori materials are not mere toys or teaching aids. That's why it is important for you to know the difference between a Montessori material and Montessori inspired materials. I once met a school owner that I encourage to get Montessori materials for her school because she has a very big population. She's one of the most populated private schools I've entered in this Lagos. She has 400. In the nursery and primary school, and she still has secondary. This woman started telling me, materials, I have many materials. Come. If you see materials, because she travels abroad, so she buy things and bring. Okay. She said, all she needs is for me to come and train her teachers. Okay, no problem. We fixed a date for the training. We fixed a date that we should meet. I should come to our school and we will meet. A whole room. That room was almost as long as this thing. There was no one. Look at my finger. One single Montessori material in all she has. They were all loads of toys made with plastics, China toys, and some Montessori inspired materials. That's what she has. And she believes I have all those materials you people. I told her, I said, Madam, I'm sorry. I hope I won't bruise your emotions. You don't have any Montessori material here. She said, So what are those Montessori materials? I told her. She fixed another appointment. She came here. She said, She saw. She didn't buy one. I don't know if she has bought now. I'm talking about maybe almost 3 years ago. She didn't buy one. She so believed in those toys she gathered. Funny enough, you know what her teachers are doing to her? Because the materials are not actually teaching anything. The teachers too are not intelligent. They are not skilled. Those Montessori inspired materials can actually teach something if they are skilled and they can plan around them. But because the two of them are different age, Oga is there with her ego. Teachers are there, they are not ready to train themselves. That room, they used to lock it up. That she's stored with millions. That room, they lock it up. So, Montessori materials are not mere toys or teaching aids. They are scientifically designed instruments of development. Scientifically designed instruments of development. As future creators and advocates for these tools, understanding that their profound purpose is essential. What did I call you? Future creators. Future creators with defined goals. You are going to be creating activities. You are going to be creating material. Let me bring you one material that I created when I became established in early childhood. It's not a Montessori material, but it has helped a lot. Now, this number puzzles, they are called number puzzles. They are not Montessori materials. They are Montessori inspired. And I created them. I made them myself. I have the originality of it. If any other person is making it somewhere, that person saw it with me. I didn't see it anywhere before I made it. Them. They are Montessori inspired. It was my teaching of children that have difficulty learning about numbers and quantity that brought me up with the idea of, let me create something that can help these children understand this thing. Now, they are number puzzles. How are they used? You see the quantities. These are the quantities. These are the numbers. Now, when it is scattered like this, the duty of the teacher is to first introduce the numbers and the quantities to the children. Do you know this number? You go from 1 to 10 because it's from 1 to 10. Actually, not in Montessori, not that box, you are looking at a blank space. This is a child that has problem with cognition or matching numbers with their quantity. Association. What's the relationship? So when it's like this, the child is supposed to look at it, pick a number. As the teacher, your job is to tell the child, pick a number. And the child picks, for example, number 2. 2. 2. 2. This thing is under special needs. This is special needs in the way, inclusion. 2. What is this? Fold your 5. What is this? 1. The child will tell you 1. What is this? 2. 2. Now, look at the quantities. Remember, you have earlier introduced the child to quantity. Look at the quantities and pick 2 for me. This time you are silent. You, the teacher, you are silent. Pick 2. The child eventually looks at it and counts. 1, 2. Picks it. And then you help the child to match it. Look at it. Let me turn it to you. Can you see it? You now help the child to match it. 2. You understand? So, gradually, using this, through repetition, the child can begin to associate numbers with quantity. Associate numbers with quantity. It can also serve another purpose under the Montessori curriculum, because we used it, we produced it with sandpapers. So it can also serve as sandpaper numbers. We have sandpaper numbers in Montessori. It's part of the Montessori material. But this can also serve in an environment where you don't have sandpaper numbers, the real one. You can use this as sandpaper numbers for the child to trace. For the child to trace when you are introducing them to writing. Do you understand now? So you must have the opportunity that's why I said, as a future creator, you must be able to, without seeing anything, this paper, this book, look at this book. Look at this book. Can anybody look up? Look at this jotter. This is my cover of my jotter. If this jotter is full and I'm not using it again, I can remove this and put this this part, put it on a bowl, or cut it round, reduce it, because this is excess. Reduce it and help the child to put it on a small bowl and start taking. Bosse, there's something in front of you called pom-poms. Look at them inside that plate in front of you. Now, if I put this on a bowl or a round bowl, give me that round bowl as you're coming, one of the white ones. Thank you. And I put it here like this. For a child, the whole is what I need. The whole there is what I need. For a child that has problem with focus, attention, and pincer grip, I can create an activity with this. Pick the pom-pom and put it in the hole. Pick the pom-pom and put it in the hole. Pick the pom-pom and put it in the hole. Number one, the child is using the tripod fingers to pick the pom-pom. He has to use the tripod finger to pick the pom-pom. He can't be picking the pom-pom like this. And I didn't say take everything. So if he wants to take one, he has to use the pincer grip to pick the pom-pom and has to focus and eye coordination. Center the hole and put it. Do you see how many skills I'm working on? I'm working on the focus and attention and eye coordination, and I'm also working on pincer grip. And I'm also working on colors. If I see that the child has perfected the transfer, I can now begin to say, pick only the yellow colors. Pick only the green colors. Can you pick the white color? With this, I'm trying to assess the child. Can he identify colors? You must be able to be thinking like that. Adebayo, please return these things to where they are. You must be able to think like that as a creator, as a future creator. And advocate for these tools. What do I mean by advocate for these tools? You must be able to tell people who are not in the profession, especially parents or even fellow educators about the importance of these materials. That's why I asked you when we started, have you used these materials to teach children before? Sit down, Mrs. Enego. Have you used this material to teach students before? What was the result you get? You must be able to say, your child has a problem with quantifying. Let's use the red road. Your child has a problem with identifying length and size, differentiation. She calls big small and calls small big. Yes, use the red road. You are advocating for the materials. Your child has problem with focus and attention. The child is not calm in class. You have an ADHD child, a child with attention deficits and hyperactive. Let's continuously engage this child with the painter. let the child begin to learn structure, building the picture from time to time, building and bringing it down from time to time. It is calming. It will teach the child resilience. It will teach the child patience. It will teach the child process. Some children cannot finish a task. They can't finish a task. If you give them homework, number 1 to 8 or 1 to 10, they can't finish it. By the time they are in number 4, they stand up and leave the abandon the work and go away, because resilience has not been built. So you have to be future advocate. Understanding their profound purpose is essential. I'm talking about the materials. Their profound purpose is essential. They form the core of the prepared environment. They form the core. What I mean core, C-O-R-E, the core. If they say this is a Montessori environment, like you are coming here, this is Treasures College of Early Childhood Education, and it's a Montessori school. Mrs. Nicholas, when you came here for the first time, you were coming with the impression in mind that you are coming to a Montessori place. If you got here the first time you came, you didn't see any Montessori materials. There's nothing looking like a Montessori room. What will be the impression in your mind? You are disappointed. Will you come back? Will you register for the program? The environment must speak its name. Whatever you call that environment must speak the name. So, and the Montessori materials are the core of the Montessori environment. What is a Montessori environment without the Montessori material? Remove the name. This is what I tell school owners who put Montessori. Nothing in your school is showing Montessori. Nothing. Don't write the name. If you are still looking for money to buy the material, or you leave name alone. Go and buy material first. Enabling children to teach themselves through purposeful activity guided by their innate drives. Purposeful activities guided by their innate drives.
Enabling the children
to teach themselves through purposeful activity guided by their innate drives. You know that there is a topic under the Montessori teacher's curriculum that is called the power of play. Have I taught you the power of play? Mr. Light taught you the power of play. Now, under the power of play, there are different types of play. There is structured play. There is unstructured play. There is pretence play. There are plays that you intentionally initiate as a teacher because you are looking for something in a child. Everybody go out and play. That's not structured play. That's unstructured play. Go and do anything. Just go out. Go and play. Climb, fall, take sand, do this. Because you are looking for something. You might be looking for the character of a child. Does he play with his mates? Is he an extrovert or an introvert? I always notice that when all of them are playing, she stands alone. She doesn't play with anybody. You may want to discover if truly a child is a bully. Bullies, when they get to the playground, they are the ones that say, "Give me that," even though it's not his own. He will even beat the person that owns it. So you might initiate play to study behavior, character of children. Oh, she plays together calmly. She likes calling people to herself. Let's play with ball. Let's do this. There is that person who stays alone. She's not playing with anybody. Go and meet your mates now. So now, there is purposeful activity. The activities that makes no meaning is meaningless. It's like waste of time and resources. Now, core principles, core philosophies embodied in the materials. That's number 2. Number 1 is introduction to why the materials matter. Then number 2 is core philosophies embodied in the materials. core philosophies embodied in the materials. Under that one, number one is auto education. Auto education. Auto as in automatic. Auto education. That means the materials on their own can teach a child without a teacher presenting it, telling them what it is for, using it for purposeful play, or using it for the essence of cognitive development. The materials themselves are education, self-construction. Materials allow children to discover concepts. The materials allows children to discover concepts. They allow children to discover concepts independently through manipulation and repetition. Through manipulation and repetition. Can I go again? Do you want me to read that again? Auto education, self-construction. Materials allow children to discover concepts independently through manipulation and repetition without constant adult direction. Without constant adult direction. That you don't have to be there as the teacher every time. Tell them, put it to the right, turn it, no, put it down, don't carry that one on top. Because in the real Montessori concept, when you are introducing the material to children, you have to be quiet. When I'm introducing the materials to you here, I talk because you are teachers, and I have to tell you the reason why you must do that activity. When you get to your class that you are in front of children, you are introducing it to children, you keep quiet. The reason is that children have very small attention span. When you begin to talk, it's what you are saying they will start listening to. Their focus will not be on the material. So when you are introducing, added by your stand-up, when you are introducing the material to them, you have to be quiet so that all of you, including you and the children, you must focus on the material. Your focus and their focus must be on the material. Number two, under that auto education, that subtopic, the absorbent mind materials provide concrete sensorial experiences. The absorbent mind material provide concrete sensorial experiences that the young child's mind effortlessly absorbs. The absorbent mind materials provide concrete sensorial experiences that the young child's mind effortlessly absorbs. What age is the absorbent mind? What is the age duration of the absorbent mind? 0 to 3. Now, the absorbent mind materials provide concrete sensorial experiences that the young child's mind effortlessly absorbs. I told you earlier when we were talking in my first lesson, I said children below 3 have no business with the practical life shelf. Children below 3 have no business with the practical life shelf. So materials on the practical life shelf are not for the absorbent mind. You start introducing children to the practical life shelf at the age of 3, because even the internet said 3 is the age of readiness. 3 is the age of readiness. But there are other materials, like the Umbukia box. Bring that box beside the rainbow stacker. No. Yes, bring it for me. And see the hammer. That small hammer there. Now, like this material now, this is a material fit for the absorbent mind. The tripod finger. The tripod finger. You remember? It comes out. The peak. you put another one back. This is for absorbent mind, because they are still minor. This material is teaching pincer grip, is teaching color, is teaching discovery, is teaching volume, it's teaching so many things. Now, hammer box. I said the absorbent mind materials provide concrete sensorial experience that the child's mind effortlessly absorbs, forming the foundation for abstract thoughts. When the child gets to the age of 6 or 7, that's the age for abstract thoughts. They begin to look, you give them paper, they start folding it. They want you to use it to do boats. You remember that thing we used to do that time? You fold and fold and fold and fold. When you get to a stage, you open it and it will be like a boat. You go and look for water, you put it on top. Hey, boat is moving. That's abstract thoughts. So the Montessori materials are the foundations for abstract thoughts. If this can be skittles, and these skittles are between 1 to 5, I can do 1 to 10. Abstract thoughts. Sensitive period materials. Number 3. Sensitive period materials are designed specific developmental windows. I told you that sensitive period are windows of opportunities. Now, sensitive period is like this window is open. There is no net there. Can you look at me? I've always wanted to throw something outside through this place. And this is the child. This is the child. I've always wanted to throw something outside. That thing I'm throwing outside is knowledge that I'm throwing towards the child. Knowledge, ideas, cognitive skills, developmental skills, emotional skills. But because there is a net, it keeps bouncing back because the windows of opportunities are not open. Now, the sensitive period is the window of opportunity. One day you just look like this, the net is gone. That thing goes. So sensitive period are windows of opportunities for you to teach as a teacher or as a mother that thing that the child has not known. E.g., order. Movement. Order, movement, refinement of senses, language, and social aspects. With precise, appealing activities. Number 4, isolation of difficulty. Each material focuses on mastering one key concept. When I brought out these puzzle numbers, what did I say? What was the goal? Can you tell me what was the goal when I brought out this puzzle? Number and quantification, quantifying, that attaching numbers to their right quantities. Now that is my direct aim. That's the direct aim. There are indirect aims. Indirect aim is using it to teach directionality, using it as a sandpaper letter. Another indirect aim is identifying color. Another indirect aim is for the child to know that 1 is very few and 9 is so much. one is very few, and 9 is so much. So with this concept, the child can understand that a 1-year child is small and a 10-year-old, a 9-year-old is big, because 9 is more. This is what we call graphical representation of quantity. They can see it, graphics, eyes. They can see it with their eyes. You don't need to describe it for them. You see that boy that is living on the next street that is like this, is 9-year-old. That's why it's like this. You see Bidemi is like this. No, there is a graphical representation. So isolation of difficulty. Each material focuses on one key concept or skill. One key concept. So when you pick a Montessori material, or when you decide to design or make a Montessori inspired material, you must have a goal in mind. And then after your goals, you now look at what are the direct things the child will learn from this, what are the indirect things this will teach the child. E.g., the pink tile, isolate size gradation. What's a stand up? The pink tile isolates child size. Adebayo, can you bring me the pink tile? Just bring them one by one. One by one. Isolates the pink tile, isolates size, size, S-I-Z-E, size gradation. Meaning, basically, what the pink tile is teaching is differentiation in size, gradation. As it gets higher, it gets smaller. As it gets higher, it's getting smaller. So that's what the word means, is isolate size gradation. As the higher it goes, the smaller it becomes. The higher it goes, the smaller it becomes. That is what we mean by isolate. This is what this material isolates. It is different from the Brown stairs. The Brown stairs does not isolate size gradation, because even though the length, the size is different. If you stack the Brown stairs like this, the size is different, but the length remains constant. It's the same length. So it does not isolate gradation. It's different from the pink tile. Another one is sandpaper letters isolate phonemic sound and shape. Sandpaper letters isolate phonemic. This is sandpaper letter. Now these are sandpaper letters. These are sandpaper letters. Put it there. It's for the red. These are sandpaper letters. They isolate phonemic sounds, meaning they are what we use to teach phonemic sound. You can take this one back. They are what we teach. The direct aim of the pink tower, of the sandpaper letters, is to teach phonemic sound. The indirect aim is to teach letter identification and writing directionality. The child knows that R is curve and dash. So another example is phonemic sound and shape. The sandpaper letters teach phonemic sound and shapes of the letters. Now if you look at, okay, because we are talking about manufacturing materials now, I need to mention this one. Now look at these letters, look at this color, look at this box. If you look at these letters inside, there are 3 different sizes inside. Now W and M, they are wide. They are letters that are wide. So they are rectangle. The monkey letters and the ones that have tails, they are rectangles, but in vertical form. This is a rectangle in horizontal form. This is a rectangle in vertical form. Other consonant blends and vowels are squares. They are squares. So you see the intentionality with which, again, I did not see this from anywhere. I did not see this from anywhere. I was just looking at how do we teach this topic, these letters with their different shapes, that will make the child from the foundation stage understand Nelson handwriting. This is Nelson handwriting. That is Nelson handwriting that brought this idea. That brought this idea. I have the normal one that they are all the same shape, square. Is here. That's it. But this is coming because I have Nelson handwriting in mind. So you see what I said. You see what I said when I said you must be creative and you must be thinking like there is no box. Let me tell you this. Why am I saying this? Until you become the solution to people's problem, you will not have a solution to your problem. Until you become the solution to people's problem, you will not have a solution to your problem. And like Moses sit down, Adebayo sit down, and like Davido's song, oh my baby, I know say all your problem na ego. Which problem do you have that is not money that will solve it for you? Let me tell you, money has the ability to solve 98% of human problems. 98%. Nancy Ume, she's on Facebook. You can follow her page. Nancy Ume, she has 2 children. After having the 2 children, she couldn't get pregnant again. If she get pregnant, she have a miscarriage or something is happened. She dealt with that for 5 years. But she was still longing to have one more child. Because there was money, they used the surrogates. And the surrogates, they transferred their eggs to the surrogate womb, and she gave birth to a baby girl. They don't need to tell you that it's that man that owns that baby, except you are blind in your eyes. You are blind. This is a lady, according to when I read this surrogacy. Take those things away to my office. You have seen it, the key. Okay. Momo. Connoy. I saw sir. Now, if you just see that girl, you will know that it's this man that owns this girl. Because it was his eggs and the wife's eggs they use. According to what I found out, the cheapest surrogate service you will get is about 10 million. Because the agency that handles it, there is an agency that is handling it. They are the ones that will take your own eggs. They have their expert gynecologists that will take your own eggs and everything, test it, put it somewhere, freeze it somewhere. They have ladies that have been able to get the information. Married women are not doing it in Nigeria. It's truth, I'm telling you. They are making money from it. Married women are doing it. A lot of university students are doing it now to make money. A lot of university girls, they have gone there to register their names. If you are interested, you will come. You will register their name. They will do all medical tests for you to make sure that you don't have any disease that you now transfer to the child and we give the parents problem. Once you are clear, your eggs, your health, you don't have any STD or anything, they will register you. They will tell you, when are you ready? Which environment do you live? They will look at your lifestyle. You are not a drug addict. You don't take alcohol. Your lifestyle is clean. Maybe you just need it as a source of income. You want to raise money for something. They will tell you the date to come for the procedure. The parents too will meet you. That's the people that want the baby will meet you. They will you people interact with those people there. They will tell them they are satisfied with this person. Because It's not everybody you want to have your child. Because there is no way, let me tell you, God is so magnanimous in his ways. There is no way that child will not take something, one thing from that carrier. You will say somebody's tummy for 9 months or 10 months, exchanging blood. It will take something. But then, if what we don't want the child to take is 10, and this one is maybe only 1, we can still manage that. So they go ahead, they put the eggs. The lady carries the pregnancy. This Nancy and her husband were following up with her because she was coming to the hospital regularly for antenatal checkup. This thing, I think they'll give her an initial payment. Then when she gives birth, they called the lady fell into labor. They called Nancy. She videoed everything. Go to Facebook, is there. Nancy Ume. She videoed everything. As they were going to the hospital, they went with the baby loads and everything. The lady delivered in front of them. They were there when the lady delivered. They never showed us the face of the lady. We never know her. She's an anonymous something. They paid her money. She waka. They carry their pikin come their house. The guy done dey crawl now. Tell me what problem money cannot solve. There are so many people that don't have children, that for one reason or the other they couldn't have the children. All they need is to have the money. Some people can do it 3 times. It could even be different people that will carry the pregnancy for them. They have 3 children. Lawyers are involved. Those women can never come back to look for those children. They can never find them. If they even try to contact them, they will arrest them. So it's not what if the mother now come? What if it can? No, that Nigerian thought, delete it. That is how far technology and information and science and research has taken the world. So money is critical in issues and a lot of areas. Control of error materials are self-correcting. Control of error materials, number 5. Control of error materials are self-correcting. Control of error materials are self-correcting. The child receives immediate concrete feedback. In the traditional method, when a child fails, she doesn't know why she failed and how she failed. Almost all of us went through the traditional method of education. I have my contemporary here. At least Mrs. Onwachukwusan say something. They will just mark our book. If you guys are Odo, they will even draw Odo. Put eye, mouth, nose, put your ear. Oh, those teachers. They are not emotionally wise at all. What is it? Open that net. Open it. So that breeze can come in. Now, teachers at our time, what is their business with emotion? If you get a odo, they will draw your edge, your nose here. They will write poor, P-O-O-R, poor. They will abuse you. But with the Montessori method, like I showed you with the fraction skittles, the material itself will tell the child that, okay, you know they work like that. This thing will soon fall. Especially with pink and the brown stairs. If you start it anyhow, generally the biggest one will be doing like this already. Even the child, all you need to do as a teacher is ask, are you sure that is the way it should go? The child is, if you have those nursery tools that I've taught before, immediately, that's what Miss Alalade said, immediately you are committing error. They say error, they are telling you. Apart from the material indicating it. So, control of error materials are self-correcting. The child receives immediate concrete feedback. E.g., cylinder won't fit. Bring me one of the noblest cylinders. Knob cylinders. Bring it. The whole one. won't fit. Cylinder won't fit. This is won't fit. Will not fit. Won't. W-O-N-T. F-I-T. Fit. Now look at the, okay, no, I don't want this one. Bring the one that has different sizes. Just bring one. Now look at this one. This one has different sizes from the smallest. Look at the smallest. Look at this. Oh yeah, I want to put this one here. You see, this is what we call control of error. Nobody will tell the child that he cannot enter. So you have to bring it back. So this is what I mean by when I made that text. That cylinder won't fit. Cylinder won't fit. Puzzle piece misplaced. If they misplace a puzzle piece, it will show that there is a, if the child is trying to put water into the land and water forms material, water will spill. If the water is too much, it will flow out of the material. So simply the control of error. Those are the examples. Fostering independence, problem solving, and intrinsic motivation. Fostering, no, it's the continuation. Fostering independence, problem solving, and intrinsic motivation. Number 6, intrinsic motivation. Number 6, indirect preparation. Number 6 is indirect preparation. Materials lay foundational skills for the future. Like the practical life materials. For those of you that were in the practical life class yesterday, I told you that all the skills the child needs for future learning are in the practical life learning area. All the skills that a child needs for future learning are in the practical life area. Now, I also said under child psychology that what builds a child are the things the child are exposed to. The things the child is exposed to, and the experiences. The experiences. When my mother built this house in 1986 and we parked here, I think I was 17. I was 16 going on 17. My sister was in her 20s. She ran away. My sister ran away from me. She didn't stay. We just parked like this. The second day we offload all our things. We were setting up. I said, I'm carrying her bag. She said she's going. My mother said, she said I can never stay in this place. We were the first person on this street. All these houses were farmlands, bush. From that Paco bus stop till you will get here, you will not meet one house. The only house that is there, one upstairs at the other side there. It was there, but nobody was living inside. It's goats that were living inside. So my sister looked like this. And this woman is bringing us from a Butemeta, Apapa Road, Coste inside. To this place. My sister asked my mother, say, she ever walk power ni? Want to come and kill us? At this my age, me that I am at the age to get a suitor. She is people in this bush I want to marry. My sister ran away. She went to stay with her friend in Ilupeju, at Ilupeju. Thank God she was out of school of nursing. So luckily for her, she got an hospital there. The hospital gave her accommodation. Bye for life. The only time my sister will come here is Christmas to greet us for Christmas. One day, 26 like this, she has carried her bag. Fiam, some Christmas she will tell us she's on duty. She can't come. Because you have given us rich early life experiences. You get back to us in the city. I have been going to a court matter like when I was 9 years or 10 years old. Yaba. Sunday we go to a hotel. We go to national theatre to watch film. You now bring God. What is that for a life? But me, because I'm small, there's nobody. I don't have money. I don't have anybody. I was compelled to stay. So the rich life experiences you give children indicates what their future will be and build their experiential age. I said it yesterday. Davido is 30. I have a 30-year-old son. You can't compare them. In terms of experiential age, Davido is his grandfather. Is my son's grandfather. In terms of experiential age, Davido is his. Which country in the world has Davido not gone? Or you don't know that traveling is an education on his own? Which country, which continent has Davido not gone? So you want to compare him to the average 30-year-old on Nigerian streets? It's like this. We were talking about him one day. My son said Davido has the phone numbers of about 13 presidents in the world on his phone. 13 president oh, president of Ghana, UK Commissioner, this thing, Donald Trump. You, even me at 54, you want to compare me to that boy? He's the rich early years experience his parents gave him. The first thing is he was not delivered in Nigeria. He's an American by birth. He's an American by birth. He's carrying an American passport. Whether he's into this music that now make him world known or not, carrying an American passport is a go already. There are some passports in this world. If you have them, it's like you own central bank. I have an auntie that had all her children in the UK. The husband insisted he was not going to allow those children to stay there or go back there when they are young. He said he must train them here. They were fighting over this thing. This man destroyed all the children's passports. He burnt them or he just destroyed them. Luckily, the woman, when she saw that he was getting to that emotional stage, she carried all their birth certificates, went to keep it with her sister. So he can't touch it. When he looked for it, he couldn't get it. He rested. The children grew up. The first one, Dolakmo, when she wanted to go, how do I get my passport? There's no way they can get British passport here. She carried her birth certificate with all her results. She finished her higher institution here. She went to UKI Commission in Lagos. She tendered her birth certificate. Thank God, you know that's a country that they have record. Just press computer. They knew this year, so time, this child was giving birth to a so hospital. She received a British passport in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And that the four of them now. Baba that want to kill himself, he has died now. The 4 children, as I'm talking to you, they are living in UK. The foundation they gave them. Do you understand? So there is the experiential age which deals with the foundation. What number am I? Number 6. Indirect preparation. Materials lay foundational skills for future complex learning, e.g. polishing prepares for writing. Polishing shoe. Let me go again. Indirect preparation. Materials lay foundational skills for future, more complex learning, e.g. polishing prepares for writing. Polishing shoes prepare children for writing. Can you relate those two? If you are not a Montessori teacher, can you relate? The polishing shoes. Tell me why it prepares children for writing. Yes. It is those fingers they are going to use to hold the brush. And they will be going several times. Transferring, spooning as an activity on the practical life shelf prepares children for writing, because we write from left to right. Spooning goes from left to right, from left to right. Spooning, taking rice from this bowl and putting it in this bowl. It's spooning. It's called spooning. It goes from left to right, from left to right. So the child by 3, or 2, you can actually introduce some materials to some practical life materials to children. Some 2.5 or 2 year 8 months are very smart, so you can introduce them to the first phase of Montessori practical life. So when a 2-year-old begin to understand that I will take it from the left and put it to the right, I'll take it, you are already training the brain of that child that we move from left to right. Look at our driving steering wheel. We are in the right hand. We are in the left hand. We drive. Do you know there are some countries they go right to left? You will get accident tire. Me, I cannot drive that thing. You will get accident now, because I'm already used to, if I want to make a U-turn, I have to go a little to the right so that I can make the bend. You are not telling me I should be driving from right, so I will just go like this. That thing will first in my head like this. Do you understand? So there is a structure. That's number 6. Knob cylinder, prepare for pencil grip. Knob cylinder, this prepares for pencil grip. Look. This is the same way they're going to hold the pencil. Knob cylinder prepares for pencil grip. Knob cylinder. KNOBBED. Knobbed cylinder. Hey, this thing is still plenty. We have to stop today. We have to stop. We will continue. Huh? I said experiential age is the age of is the amount of experiences and opportunities children are given to. That's what forms their experiential age. The first time my daughter traveled to Europe, he met the type of white men. She met the type of white men she has never met before in her life. She said when they asked her name, she was stammering. Her own name. What's your name? Only what is your name? That everybody is graduate. What is your name? She said, my name is Bemisola. Do you know why? She said, those immigration officers at Switzerland airport, they were like giants that the Bible talk about. She said the moment she was approaching them like this, she was already shaking. She said, Mommy, you need to see those ones. They are big and white. Hair now came out of their body like this. Experience. She has not met. If the Nigerian police were looking like that, when she got to that place, she will not be afraid. She has seen them before. So her experiential age was below what she was now encountering in real life. But by the time she went the second, the third time, waiting, they talk together. So the rich exposure you give children, what you allow them do, the places you take them to, the people they meet, everything forms their experiential age. So somebody can be 16 and I'm 54. I might not have the experiential age of that 16-year-old. I may not. We were talking one day and my son asked me, Mommy, Shetilo club? Mommy, have you gone to club before? I said club. He said yes. I repeat again, I say club. He said yes. I said, what did they do there? My son laughed. He almost peed for body. I said, what did they do there? He said, club now, that people go to enjoy themselves. I say, who born monkey? Where will I tell my mother that I'm going? Club. At our time, self, where is the club, self? Where is the club? Where will I see club? So you see, he's my biological child, but he's having some social experiences that I have never had. Me, his mother, I've never had. So there's possibility for you to be the class teacher of a 6-year-old that was brought from the UK. Forget that child no more than you. He will question you because he has seen the world. Even as much as it is your role and responsibility to introduce the world to the child, we're talking about the child that have seen that have gone to Trafalgar Square, that have seen some of the 7 wonders of the world, what are you going to say? You better stay your level and start going to learn online. Don't let them disgrace you inside class. You just be using wisdom to put that one around. So a child's chronological age is very, very different from their experiential age. So don't think it's 3. What will a 3-year-old know? Is it not a 3-year-old that told the mother the other day, Mommy, why do you always shout? More, harder, and you will lock your room. 3-year-old. I watch it on Instagram. 3-year-old Nigerian child. Mommy, why do you always shout harder, and you will lock your room? The mother said she could not explain anything. That's why you going to explain. Experiential age. Recently, I learned that a hotel. There's a lot. The internet is a university. The internet is a university. I was watching, somebody posted about a hotel. She's all these social content creators. So she went to lodge in a hotel and started telling us how much is the room and this. One of the features in that hotel, because she said a room for 2 nights is almost 800,000. So when I 700 and something thousand. So when I first saw that, I was like 700 and something thousand. I know it's a big hotel. I know it's one of the A-list hotels, but I was even looking like, if a hotel is 700,000 plus, how much is Proti? How much is 5 points? What she said that caught my attention, that made me go, they will charge like that, is when she said all their doors and windows are soundproof. So you can be in that room, put music that will be doing bang, 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 bang. Nobody will hear in the passage. Nobody will hear in the corridor. And because of hello Ìjẹ̀bú, máa pè yín padà. So if I did not read that thing on social media, get that education, get that information, how will I know that there are doors that are soundproof? I know that there are walls that are soundproof because of special needs, so that children don't injure themselves, or these autistic children, some of them will be, when they have meltdown, they'll be knocking their head on the wall. So the walls, the sensory rooms are soundproofed, they are padded so that they don't injure themselves. Soundproof door, I had that one this week. So it is the amount of information you are exposed to that forms your experiential age. Thank you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Did you enjoy my class? All of you are saying yes, ma, yes, ma. All of you are saying yes, ma. You don't register for this class.